There's one question everyone is asking. Are we at war? Some journalists have declared it already. Some social media users are asking for it. But are we truly in a state of war with Pakistan? As of now, the answer is no. And we'll explain why tonight. We'll also tell you how India usually declares a war. But first, let's get you the battlefield updates. Yesterday night was tense and chaotic. Between 8 and 9 p.m. IST, Pakistan started firing projectiles at India. We brought you these pictures yesterday. Bright dots could be seen over the skies in northern and western India. The first reports came in from Jammu. But similar scenes were seen in Punjab and Rajasthan as well. Information was hard to come by last night, but now the fog of war has lifted. And here's what we can tell you about what happened there. Pakistan targeted sites across the western frontier, all the way from Leh to Gujarat. At least 36 Indian locations were targeted. This includes Pathankot, Udhampur, Jammu and Jaisalmer. Pakistan fired some 300 to 400 drones. Apparently, the idea was to test the Indian air defenses, perhaps even to gather intelligence. But the Indian military was ready for it. They neutralized most of these Pakistani drones. Later on, another armed drone targeted the air base in Bathinda. That too was neutralized by India. But the army admitted some losses and injuries, though the extent is not clear. I'm sure you've all seen pictures of these Pakistani attacks. Despite that, despite all of these videos circulating, Islamabad has denied responsibility. They claim that no attack was launched on India by them. Today, New Delhi slammed that narrative. The Foreign Secretary of India called it another example of Pakistani duplicity.
The official and blatantly farcical denial of these attacks that Pakistan carried out by the Pakistani state machinery is yet another example of their duplicity and the new depths that they are plumbing in their quest for disinformation. This is nothing but a desperate attempt by Pakistan to disown its acts of aggression, but it is also true to type in its effort to deceive and mislead the world. It will not succeed.
Pakistan can deny all they want, but there is proof of their attack from last night. Projectiles have been discovered from at least 4 sites, from Jaisalmer, from Hoshiarpur, from Bathinda and from Rajouri. Take a look at this.
Hello.
As expected, India hit back after this Pakistani escalation. We fired drones at 4 Pakistani sites and we took out 1 air defense radar. Now remember, 1 air defense system in Lahore was destroyed on Thursday morning, so this would mark the second successful hit. In other words, India has destroyed 2 air defense systems of Pakistan in one day. In addition, India has confirmed major losses to Pakistani forces, though once again, the specifics are missing. Now, all of this was happening over Indian and Pakistani airspaces, a very dangerous exchange of fire, yet Pakistan did not close their airspace. Let me simplify that for you. Pakistan allowed civilian planes to fly over the region while launching drones at India. Basically, they used civilian planes as shields. It is the definition of a rogue terrorist state. Indian officials pointed that out today. They highlighted that 1 civilian passenger plane was flying overhead during the attack. Take a look at this.
The screenshot we just showed and we shall share with you. It shows the data of the application Flight Radar 24 during a high air defense alert situation in the Punjab sector. As you have seen, the airspace on the Indian side is absolutely devoid of civil air traffic due to our declared closure. However, there are civil airlines flying the air route between Karachi and Lahore. Amongst the other civil aircraft that you can see, we have highlighted an aircraft which is Airbus 320 of Flynas Aviation, which was originated from Dammam at 1750 hours and landed later at Lahore at 2110 hours in the night.
That sums up the updates from the skies. On the ground too, Pakistan was escalating. Around 11 p.m. last night, there was an infiltration attempt. It happened in the Samba sector of Jammu. A group of terrorists tried to enter Indian territory and Pakistani rangers were giving them cover fire. But India's border security force of BSF was quick to respond. They killed at least 7 of these terrorists. They also inflicted damage on the Pakistani post on the other side. Have a look. These are worrying signs for the region. A, Pakistan is escalating despite warnings from India. B, they are refusing to take responsibility for their attacks. And C, they are putting civilians at risk, both on land and in the skies. Look at what they're doing near the line of control. This is the de facto border between India and Pakistan, the LOC, line of control. And here, Pakistan is openly firing at civilians. In the skies, they're putting airliners at risk. So India must be mindful of what we're dealing with. This is not a country that plays by the rules. This is a rogue, duplicitous country, which is why New Delhi is covering all bases. Today, Prime Minister Modi convened a meeting of the service chiefs. He took stock of the situation and the readiness. The Home Minister of India convened a meeting of the border security agencies. He spoke to the chiefs of the BSF, the Indo-Tibetan Border Police, and the CISF, the Central Industrial Security Force. So clearly India is ready for everything, which brings me back to the original question. Are we at war with Pakistan? The answer is no, and I'll tell you why. War refers to a sustained state of conflict. Both sides will look to keep escalating. They may also have clearly defined political or tactical goals. That is what a war technically is. We are not at that stage here. India certainly is not looking to escalate. New Delhi has called its actions measured and focused. And Pakistan, they have promised to attack India again, but it's not clear if they want to go beyond that. So as things stand, this is a tit-for-tat situation. This is a low-intensity conflict, but yes, it can explode into a full-fledged war at any point in time. Pakistan seems keen on it. Their defense minister says there is no option but war. Of course, this is the legendary Khwaja Asif. So let's wait for 24 hours to see if he makes another U-turn. Nonetheless, if war does break out, who declares it? How does it happen? In many countries, there are rules about declaring war. For example, we have the United States. Their law says only the Congress can declare war. In Indian law, there is no equivalent. What comes close is the declaration of emergency. You can declare a state of emergency if a war breaks out. That decision is taken by the Union Cabinet. It is then approved by the Indian President and finally passed by both houses of Parliament. Of course, we are very far away from all of that. This conflict could end right now if Pakistan de-escalates, if they abandon their ego and follow common sense.